Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio September 28, 2022. It's not yet the time to take action or begin anew because a new moon is just ahead. Still, this is a fine day to put something behind you, a matter that's been weighing you down or standing in the way of personal growth. You might naturally pull yourself back from the world just a little so that you can collect yourself and make space for positive new energy to enter your life. The sun has been transiting your spirit sector, gently encouraging you to learn new things, but it's the new moon tomorrow that seals the deal and helps you move forward. Today favors contemplation and observation, and you might choose to lay low in some way or pull yourself out of regular activities to connect with your deeper needs and desires. While you are inclined to be a little introspective, the day is nevertheless good for communication. Generally, though, it's a good time to slow down and pace yourself, and you'll find that things fall into place as you do. Since there are not any major transits or aspects, the moon truly shines in Libra. The beautiful, reciprocal lunation is asking you to reflect on your professional investments and collaborations. Your mind is clear and balanced with logic. So, as you reflect on your professional investments, now is the time to see each one for what it is. Ask yourself what collaborations serve your professional development. Consider whether your investments will pay off in your intended manner. Embrace the lunar energy to organize and prioritize your collaborations to be successful in your profession. Just before leaving your financial sector today, the moon will align with Mercury, something it has done twice before over the last 2 months. However, this alignment today is not only their last but the last before all planetary activity on this side of the financial fence ends in 2 days. Before it does, this is bringing your financial instincts and a smart head for money together. You have great character and want to make the most of a bad experience, once you are far enough away from it. Nothing will help you get through hard times more than regular exercise that involves deep breathing. It sorts out the body and mind by generating the flow of freshly oxygenated blood and improving your circulation. Yoga is probably something you do already. Try to find the best time of day to practice for you and make it a healthy habit. Having the moon not only return to an adventurous part of your chart but align with Venus here for the first time in nearly 2 years during Venus' last full day in your career sector is not the case of bad timing that it sounds. Instead, as Venus is consciously working to leave you with expectations and resolutions that are more about the what than the when, where, and how, this can guard against overthinking things. There is a passion for adventure brewing that can't be denied. In the lead up to Venus, the planet of love's return to a social and serendipitous part of your chart tomorrow, there is a sense of anticipation in the air but also a need to start trusting your heart and your instincts. For when Venus returns tomorrow and starts using the laws of attraction and synchronicity to create serendipitous moments or encounters, this is how she will send the right clues at the right time. You're ready to take charge of your current situation, and we love to see it. As you may know, the moon influences everything from your romantic desires to your general sense of fulfillment, and it continues to glimmer through your intimate 8th house of sex, mergers, intimate unions, and soulmate connections. How are you and your lover showing up for each other and this connection? Luna's close proximity to Venus and Mercury brings energy, vitality, and passion to this area of your life, but there's more. The moon will simultaneously trine your traditional planetary ruler, Jupiter, inspiring you with faith and spiritual wisdom. A lot of emphasis is put on diet these days, choosing the freshest foods available and preparing a variety of healthy meals so that all your nutritional bases are covered is key. Another important part of diet is to eat slowly and chew your food carefully. Apart from avoiding the risk of choking, well-chewed food helps us avoid overtaxing our digestive glands. Many people who gulp down their food overwork their glands and find that they stay hungry even after eating. Our eyes in the sky. O'Day brings the moon in Libra, creating a grand air trine with Venus and Saturn. This is a beautiful energy to lift your spirits. You might be able to step back from your problems and see them from a more analytical perspective. There's a strong feeling of harmony, with the Sun and Moon in Libra bringing many gifts of happiness and community. You might even be able to express some of the things you've been holding back over the last few days. As Venus in Gemini gently connects with Saturn in Aquarius, there is a refreshing ease of mind. You're able to work around your problems and see the more evolved side of the lesson. Remember that there is some kind of duality in everything. Whether you're taking the good with the bad or understanding the lessons of the shadow side, you have much to appreciate right now. You might even strengthen your connection to a wider group of like-minded individuals who also see the world from a more spiritual perspective, so be open to the people you meet online or off. Secret admirers can come out of the woodworks with little or no warning during transits like these. This week brings you a sigh of relief. You'll find out that change is possible. If you've been lax about stabilizing your career and looking toward advancement, it's time to make a shift. If your career doesn't want to cooperate, you need to map out the steps for change. Money follows when you get in touch with your emotions. Whatever makes you happy will give meaning to your working life. Before noon, retrograde Mercury aligns with Venus in Virgo, helping us to communicate our feelings and desires. However, because Mercury is retrograde, we may also be re-evaluating our affections and determining where others fit into our lives. Planets in Virgo crave structure, and under this influence, we may assess whether romance has become ritualistic instead of helping us to grow. Fortunately, we can discuss sensitive issues with our partners now without hurting their feelings, but we may still come off as more critical than we intend. Maintaining a little bit of self-awareness should help to mitigate this problem. If someone does permit us to assist them, we will make sure they don't forget it. Reminders of how giving and generous we are subtly imply that we are owed a debt of gratitude, which inevitably breeds resentment, making the other party wish they hadn't asked in the first place. We should monitor our actions closely today. Self-reflection is the only way to determine whether we are out of line or overstepping another's boundaries. Before noon, retrograde Mercury aligns with Venus in Virgo, helping us to communicate our feelings and desires. However, because Mercury is retrograde, we may also be re-evaluating our affections and determining where others fit into our lives. Planets in Virgo crave structure, and under this influence, we may assess whether romance has become ritualistic instead of helping us to grow. Fortunately, we can discuss sensitive issues with our partners now without hurting their feelings, but we may still come off as more critical than we intend. Maintaining a little bit of self-awareness should help to mitigate this problem.